Hello, this is Dr. Stanley Lang, and welcome to this video presentation. And this is a continuation of the series on whole person health. And today I'm focusing on physical health, but kind of some overlap with both emotional and spiritual health at the same time. Not surprising since I talk about the integration of physical, emotional, and spiritual health a lot. But I was thinking today because of three very different patients that I saw, uh, and particular their individual responses, unique responses to their circumstances about the question, what is the major obstacle that keeps people from getting better when they could get better and they don't? And as I thought about that, I realized that the missing ingredient for a lot of people is humility. So humility requires that I accept that I don't know it all and that I need some help and that the path that I'm on may not be the right course and I need some correction. So a lot of times as a doctor, I see myself more as a coach than as a treatment dispenser of treatments because people need direction and they need encouragement and they need sometimes they need their direction somewhat refined. And of course, I have to have the right diagnosis to start with. So if I'm uh, teaching somebody in the opposite direction than they ought to go, that's not good. But once we know which direction we're supposed to do, a lot of what I do is very much like a coach. And I'm reminded that even the basketball great Michael Jordan had a coach. And he knew that without a coach, he couldn't be as good as he could be. He would not reach his potential, even though, as a basketball player, he was way better than his coach ever was in his professional career as a player. But the coach could still see what Michael Jordan needed to change. Same thing in your situation. The people that are medical providers or helping you with your medical issues or your health issues or something along those lines can see things that you cannot. And if we are unable to admit that we're on the wrong track in the first place, and number two, that somebody else has the answer and I don't, then a lot of times we are not going to get better because we're not going to seek the help that is there. Sometimes our pride keeps us from admitting that we're wrong. Sometimes our pride keeps us from opening up and showing other people our weaknesses, even though the weaknesses are apparent to everybody around us because of the consistent mistakes we're making with whatever it is that we're doing, in this case, physical health. So somebody that's really overweight, it's apparent to everybody around that person what their weaknesses are. And admitting that weakness and being coached in a particular direction, being humble enough to be coached is the key to getting better. And so the first person that I saw today reached this point a long time ago and lost a lot of weight, and she's down to her ideal body weight now, uh, and she's in her upper 60s, but she looks a lot better. She feels a lot better, and she's dealing with her other physical issues that she can't change because she's lost this extra weight. On the other end of the spectrum is somebody who I saw today who has gained weight since the last time, is very resistant to any kind of counsel regarding the improvement of her weight. And she is stuck because she's not going to get better because something is holding her back from opening up to help. And in a sense, submitting herself to a coach, just like Michael Jordan submitted himself to a coach. He gave permission for the coach to say, you're doing that wrong, do it this way, or do that 10 times, or whatever the coach might have told him to do. So if somebody that's as good as Michael Jordan needed a coach to be great, we all need coaches also to help us to be great physically, and not to be great physically for the sake of just physical health, but because our physical health and our emotional health and our spiritual health are all linked. And if we want to have good emotional health, we need to have good physical health. Otherwise, we'll be impaired and we'll be completely distracted from even focusing on God because of all the physical symptoms that I'm dealing with. So my encouragement for you today is to give some thought to humility as you seek to be as healthy as possible in your body, because somebody has solutions that can help you if you're humble enough, if we are humble enough to open ourselves to the truth that we don't know it all, we don't have it all, we need assistance. And if I accept that assistance, I can get a lot better physically than where I'm at almost all of the time. So I wish you well, God bless, and have a great day.